Hey guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome back to Cities Skylines. Today, another time lapse here at the beginning for 16 minutes 20 seconds. So either settle in or bugger off because you're going to skip it. Hey, so this road was incredibly busy. So I was like, I haven't had time to make the 6-lane road, the custom version of it yet. So I was like, okay, well I guess I just have to use the vanilla game one, which at the end, I wish the color wasn't so different. That's what annoys me most. It looks like new and it's like nice and I don't know, it just doesn't have the same tackiness, as the other roads. But anyway, I had to use that, and I did that with some other roads here in the city as well. You'll see in a little bit that I changed some of the roads. Also, you can see I'm doing custom time traffic lights on this because it just wasn't letting enough cars through, and because they're all using like one lane as well. I also realized that I didn't actually have advanced traffic AI on yet, which I thought I did. But anyway, I turned that on at some point throughout this as well for the entire city. So that should help out a lot, because the issue is that just a lot of people using one lane, and it's really quite annoying. So what we're going to do now as well, I've been talking about it for a while. We need to get the cargo train exchange here on the other side of the map, because our network is currently being flooded by regional cargo trains all over the place. So we first have to get a road out there, and we have to make the road actually useful. So I was like, I want a bridge over here from the other side. So I had to figure out how to fit this all in. And I did it in an adequately crappy city way, like by adding roads and like little overpasses and bridges, and it's good. It's good. It looks super industrial. So I changed this road into an underpass because I thought, well, one, that makes more sense, especially if we're gonna be having more trains run through this area. We don't really want the level crossings there anymore. And there's so many train lines around this area. And then I did this. And so I got another sort of large avenue road. So this road here basically goes directly to the bridge. The reason I didn't just branch it off the other road is I don't want to direct all the traffic trying to use the bridge to go through the highway interchange area. I don't want them to have to go through all those intersections, add to the traffic in the area. And also because it just looks like there's just more roads, and it just looks like way more industrial when we do another road like right there. So we had this little issue here of trying to get the road here underneath the railway as well. So I had to raise up part of it, turn it into like elevated roadways, and then get the bridge to actually sort of fit down underneath. And I do actually connect this through with another little road to the section that we just turned into an underpass as well, which you'll see in just a minute. And I do add some restrictions to it though. So we get this little road going here, and I basically don't allow them when they come across to turn right, because there's no point, like you can see there's no point for them to be able to turn right there. That's just a way for them to get across the bridge. We do actually end up with a lot of people coming down this road and using it to get to the highway. So I was going to consider doing a highway connection on the other side here, but it's so close to the other one, I don't really think it's worth it. But anyway, this is what we ended up with. And then I do like a little key here as well, just to neaten it up. And it looks like adequately like just gross. Like, it's good. It's so good. And you know what I love is like some of the comments from the episodes are like, oh, I can't believe you did this. That's so disgusting. And then it's like ... I love it. That's the best bit about this city. It's like we can do this kind of stuff, and it's all in good fun. So using a lot more of the good old find it. I'm getting into a lot of the specific building placing lately. It's good for little areas like this. And you know what? I like it more than look. Rico's good. Rico's nice, but the main problem I had with that is unless we did manual settings every single time, most buildings came with default like 500 workers, and I'm like, gee, okay, well, you're just going to kill my city. That was the big issue we always had with it, and because I always forget to specify how many workers we wanted. Every building we placed required like so many people, and then we didn't have enough residents in the city, and then it was a whole thing, and then we couldn't fix it, and yeah. Anyway, with the plot the growables mod, we don't have to worry about that because all the buildings have their default values. So this is where we're going to be building the regional cargo exchange. So all the trains are going to come over this way. I actually put that in the wrong spot to start off with because I realized we still want passenger trains to be able to come past here without having to get in the way of the cargo line. So we want the train line to continue past and then just have the branch coming off for the cargo station here. And then we want a secondary cargo station for the exchange one and the regional trains to come to. So I decided we could just do it here, like with a little corner, and then have it sort of on an angle because I thought that looked kind of interesting rather than just having them parallel to each other. You know what? I think that looks good. So we just have these two join together, sort of further down the track, and keep it all pretty simple. So it's kind of the same thing that we did on the other side of the map. Although, having said that, the one on the other side of the map is actually not being used that much anymore. Since we put in the cargo airport, most of our traffic, the trains are going to the airport, and then they're loading up a plane and sending it out that way rather than using the train exchange. But that's okay. The more connections we have, the better. Look, I would have loved to also have added the cargo port, for the shipping and all that, but there's no connection in the area that we have. So I'm considering, and I think I mentioned this before in a previous episode, considering getting a mod to just get the sort of regional ferry line or the regional cargo boat lines coming up our river, because then we could have the sort of shipping port near the cargo airport and all that. And I don't know, I think it would be cool, but at the moment we just can't do that because there's just nothing there. Also, our river is still too blue around this area, so I think we need to do some more poop dumping soon. At least when we require more, we'll probably do it in this area. Also, I was trying to get this to look nice, and it just, I don't know, I like the initial shape of having the sort of angled roads, but then trying to get it to connect to the sort of main avenue in the way that I liked took me a little bit of a while to do. Eventually got it. Sort of got something like this, and then sort of just had it curve around and connect back to the road. Works pretty well. I mean, we don't actually have that much traffic I was going to say floating through the area, then I changed to flying. Dude, I don't know what I'm talking about today. We don't actually have that much traffic using the cargo station, which is good, which means it's not getting overwhelmed or anything like that, but I don't know, would be nice to see more traffic. I built the area for them. They just don't want to use it. They all use the cargo airport. Also, that whole sort of elevated expressway we have through the city, I really thought more people would use that, but it's so underutilized. I can show you once we get into the game, but there's just so little traffic on it. Because I would have thought they would have used that like a highway to get through. Maybe the speed limit's too low or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, so we were still having this train back up here, even though, because part of that issue is regional trains, but part of the issue is here. I merge, because we've got two cargo train lines running parallel at the moment, and I merge both of them into one rail for that short little segment, which was, I don't know why that was the case. So really there should be three lines running parallel here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm adding all three parallel rather than forcing the two cargo train lines to merge and then demerge. Demerge? I don't know. You know what I mean. Because that was just causing so many issues. So I decided to do that. And that actually pretty much solved that, along with the regional cargo exchange, having the avoidance of the merging if they don't need to. That actually helped out a lot. So the trains can sort of just get out of the way if they don't need to be there. And then we still have the passenger line that comes through here that's unaffected as well. So yeah, adequately industrial looking, and I'm quite happy with it. It all sort of, look how many trains are just flowing through the area. It's so good. So good. And then what do I do next? There's quite a lot of little things we sort of did around the city. I think I'm deciding. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, so I don't know if you remember, ages ago, I said I try to do a right-hand turn here by doing a loop. Instead, this is what I decided to do. We come across the bridge and we just cross the passenger line train tracks without intersecting with them. So we just sort of cross over them, level crossing, turn right, and we come down through the quay. This was really hard to build, by the way. It was so hard to see what I was doing. We come down through the quay and then we just join down the bottom. So that actually allows a right-hand turn from that bridge and a left-hand turn, which is really good because previously we only had the left-hand turns, which was not great. So now that we've got that in there, the trains can go both ways there. They don't have to merge into the one track. So I think that area will start flowing a lot better. And then I figured we have a lot of this area here. We have a lot of the coastline. It's not really coastline. A lot of the riverbank here that we haven't built on. So I decided to get in a bridge here and sort of start populating this little section right here by the river. Because I was like, you know what? That's a lot of unused real estate. And in the city, especially in this area, look at this area here with the expressway, the lowered railway, and then these roads here as well. This area is just and then houses just right next to it. There's apartment blocks right next to it all. Oh, there's a building inside the road there. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, there's some buildings that pop up through roads occasionally that we need to keep an eye on from time to time. So we'll have to go back and fix that up. I think once we get into the episode, I actually want to build a new subway line. That's what I want to do. Maybe look into some more of the unique factories as well. Because we got a bunch of those we still haven't done. Actually, I think we need more oil as well. Need more plastics. I think we need more forestry. We're constantly not having enough. So I think there's a lot that we need to do in terms of industry to build up to still have enough for all of the special factories or the unique factories. So we're going to have to look into those quite a lot. So yeah, I was doing sort of a mix of offices and industrial here along the river. I figured, well, obviously you don't want to live there. It's right by rails, right by polluted water. So we can't have people live there. I think I did a little, like maybe one commercial building there. But I was like, it's not really a place that you want to go and shop either. So, or like do business and that kind of stuff. Well, not do business, but yeah, go shopping or whatever. So I figured we'd try and keep it office and industrial. And then it should be okay. And then, oh yeah, again, there was like another little spot there. I was like, you know what? We need zoning there and also here. We're really trying to capitalize on all the land that we have. Because to be fair, we do have a limited amount of land in this city because we are in this valley. We are surrounded by all the mountains. So I think they would want to try and use as much land as possible. And we're getting to the point where this sort of little valley area is sort of filling up a bit. And we are not going to have much more room forever. I mean, to be fair, I still think it's going to take us a while to fill everything up and get everything working. We do have... I think the rail's working pretty well now throughout the city, which is quite good. And combined with the subway and the train, like the passenger trains, we have good transport. So, and I think we have a good road network. I mean, there's some areas that are pretty bad, some pretty hot spots, but that's kind of also the point, almost in a way, is to have, like, I wanted bad traffic in the city. So I think I'm not too upset about it. Like, there's some really heavily trafficked roads. Like, that's basically the road on the other riverbank, on the other side of it, with all the industrial, like that road that you could just see there for a second. That is, look at all that traffic over there. Like, that road is always so busy, which is okay. I don't mind that. It's kind of fun. But it's just something to keep in mind forever and for always. I don't know why I said that. Just reminded me of holes when Madame Zeroni cursed them. Anyways, building up. So I figured this, because we need more, there's a lot of residential demand, so I figured we should probably just finish off this little zoning in this area here. So just getting some sort of like medium-rise buildings, filling out this, and then I decided to zone up a whole other area just next door to this, which you'll see in just a second. And that's why I think we should also build up the subway line out here, because we have a lot more people living in the area now, and it would probably help out with connections if we actually get the public transport set up too. So yeah, we've got a few little houses here. I love those power lines, those giant power lines going across the area. Like, there's no regard for the houses that are there at all. Also, you wouldn't even need those there if there's houses there, but that's why it's kind of funny. These giant power lines over the houses. Yeah, so I zoned up this area. This is basically all residential, commercial area, like housing and all that. I figured it'd be good. We've got a lot of flat land here, so it's a nice little area for that. And it's not too far from the industrial. It's close to the downtown. It's right next to this stupidly heavy trafficked road, so it's going to be great. It's going to be great for the people that live here. They'll love it. But I think if we get a subway near this area as well, that will help a lot, so they can eat fresh and also get around the city easily. I figured it would also just move the power line to the other side because it was kind of in the way. But yeah, I think it's a nice little district. I think I might change the grass again. It's a little too green for my liking though, so we gotta darken that down. It's just not looking appropriate for our city. This map is so green and so nice. Like, when we started off, it's just this beautiful like valley and these trees, these pristine blue water. And we've just ruined it. We've just absolutely destroyed the landscape. Now, there's also a lot of comments to turn this giant area into a big train yard. So I kind of did. Like, it's not great by any means. It's just a bunch of rail. And then I do some warehouses, and that's about it. Because there's not much else I can do there. And also, I don't really have any custom props to be able to put there either, like any sort of trains or any of that stuff. So I just basically did 4 parallel train tracks down here. And I mean, it does add a nice little aesthetic to the area. It's just an industrial zone. And then mixed with the warehouses. So I think it all sort of works together, decently. So I do a giant warehouse. I was considering, because we have those 3 rails that all combine into one, I was considering sort of double tracking, but I was like, there's not really any point because all the train traffic flows all right there. So it's not really a huge issue. So I was not too worried about that. So we just do a couple of warehouses. I think that giant one I turned into a plastics warehouse. It's like I just put random goods in there. So I was like, whatever. Yeah. Now, originally I was just this was going to be aesthetic. So I did these level crossings on the rail. And then I had these warehouses. And then when I started, populating the warehouses, I was like, we probably can't have level crossings anymore because the traffic was backing up on it, even though it was like the most, like, there's not really anything here, but the trucks just got stuck with it because there's a lot of trains going past. So, when that was happening, we just couldn't have that. Now, I just did a few track switches here and there, just so at least it seemed like you could use it if you wanted to. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah, she'll be right. And then a couple of little warehouses as well, like I said, and a little yard. And that's pretty much all this area ends up being. I turn those into road bridges, I assume I recorded, I don't know. Or maybe I don't know. They sort of flow through there. At first I just do that. I just connected it to the sort of one-way roads because it's like, it doesn't need to be any sort of robust connection. I'm not too worried about really what happens in this area. Yeah, see, look at that. There's like immediately just traffic already backing up, so I guess we do see it in the time lapse. We get the little road bridge here. We just go up and across, and it's really nothing special. But it gets the job done, and that's kind of all that matters. So we just do that, and then I do a similar just bridge here, because it was just already, like, if it was already an issue, if we're going to continue it on, I just had to change it up a little bit. But that is pretty much it for the time lapse. So we're going to jump into the game now, and I guess work on that subway. So this is what this little area now looks like with all the houses in it. And like I said, I kind of want to darken that down, make it a bit more dingy. It's too green, it's too nice, especially next to this giant road and Pooh River. So let's just do this. There we go. That's looking better. Also, all this as well. Wait, actually. Ore. Ore is more brown. Yeah, that's better. At least for this area. Especially through the mountains, I guess, because it kind of makes sense anyway. There we go. Yeah, it's a nice dark brown. There we go. Lovely. That's better. That's more depressing. Good. So yeah, like I said, this area is always heavily trafficked. And you can see we have that sort of right-hand train turn there now, which actually works pretty well. Like, we got a lot of trains running through here, but it typically works decently. Let's see if that train goes. Yep, there you go. Yeah, it works. Like, it's fine. Now, let's have a look. So I want to do a subway line. So we're going to continue this pink line, I reckon, because I think it makes the most sense. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to move that line to that side. Okay, I need to turn that off so I can get the other line. Go away. And we need to move that line to the other side. Actually, that makes no sense because it doesn't matter. We didn't need to do that, but we did need to move the yellow line. So we're going to have the yellow line still terminate there. The pink line, we're going to have it basically go use this tunnel that we're not... Whoa! Is that a pink train? There's like a break over there. We'll use it this way. You know what? Maybe we should... you know what? We'll get rid of that tunnel. No, we'll keep the tunnel, but we're going to go down and under. Because there's no point crossing if we don't have to, right? Can we just, like... If I can just get underneath, that'd be great. Yeah, cool. Alright, so it's going to go like this. Now, I guess we should probably stop once before crossing over the river, right? Because we don't really have any stops over here. So let's go... Where would be a useful place? Probably around here if we can get it. Maybe, can I get it underneath? Wait, is that a bridge there? It is, but we might be able to... Hang on, let's do this. Let's turn on no collision. Or I guess disable collision. Let's go here. Then I'm actually going to move the subway station over. Is that inside the... It's inside the key. Okay, no, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it like... I don't mind them being like in buildings because it just looks like people walk in the building and there could be a subway stop in the building, which is definitely not unrealistic and happens a lot in real life. Now, let's delete that section and let's get this to roll around more smoothly. Actually, you know what? Let's turn back on collision as well, because that's typically something that is kind of good when we need it. So let's do that. Let's get the curve tool. That's going to come... What is going on with it? Did I turn off snapping? I think I did. There we go. So it's going to go there. We'll do a smooth slope. So it goes down and under there. Probably quite steep, but we kind of have to. So it's going to go down, come across here. Then we'll do another stop in the middle of this section, probably, on this corner. Okay, I need it to be on the other... I need it to be on the side street, please. So like there, and then let me just move it here. Wait, what is that? What do you mean confirm? Go away. There we go. Alright, so it's going to be there. That's good. So it's going to go through that way. And then this probably should just be near where the train station is, really. So we'll go Actually, can I turn on... You know what? We're going to go back to no collision. I don't know what the shortcut is for no collision. That's why I have to keep going back to it. I'm going to put that there, because then it's on the same side of the road. So we're going to go stop here. This is a really wiggly line. Like, it's going to be like from here, go to like that, then across, then like that, then like that. Well, you know what? It's just what you got to do. So there, and then this whole area looks pretty populated too. So if we can get a stop around here, maybe like in the middle-ish, about there looks pretty good. Because that's sort of... How are you upset by that? It's good. I guess I don't like the stop, but they'll like it when it's up and running. I can guarantee you that. So in there looks pretty good. And then maybe one by this train station as well. Maybe just in the parking lot. And then we'll get one up here. Okay. Now, we could even... So I'm going to extend the blue line. Let's go... Where should we go to? Probably just here. Or should we take it over this way? No, let's go here. Let me turn on collision again, because we don't need it off anymore. I'm happy to destroy a building here, whatever. So then what I'm thinking we do, we bring this line to join the blue line, so then you could transfer between the blue and the pink. Alright, so now we just got to build all the subway tunnels to connect all our beautiful new stations. There we go. So, let's get these going. We're going to come around to here, and then hopefully we can just curve this in pretty smoothly. Actually, hopefully that works. I was going to say, hopefully... Oh, wait. Turn that off. We've got a huge key there. Oh, actually. We can't seem to go here. Which, that doesn't make any sense. That's without anarchy. Apparently it works to that point. So, you know what? Didn't even use anarchy. Not cheating. I mean, it's not cheating. It's a mod, so who cares? Alright, so it's there, and then it's going to come through to this way. You can see we've got a flooded building down there, as per usual. This river is so inconsistent with its, like, poo water height. So, you know, the risks you take building along the riverbank and purchasing a building there, that's on you. Like, you should know that going in. Now, I know these two are pretty close together, but it's pretty complicated to... If you were to try to drive between these two places or even walk, it's kind of a bit of a back and forth. So I think it's kind of okay that we have this sort of connection between the two. Nice close stop. Also, the other thing is I'm not trying to render the train line useless. Because you see, the train goes from here down to there. And we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 stops in the time it only has 1 stop span. So I'm hoping that doesn't... Like, people that want to get between those two quickly will still go on the train. Because it's obviously much quicker. So hopefully we don't kill the usefulness of the train. It's always something I'm trying to be conscious of as well. Okay, so that... Wow, okay, that's terrible. Did you see that? I was like, okay, we're good. That looks great. Except it doesn't. Okay, that's better. Now, obviously that's a bit bumpy, but whatever. The rest of it looks pretty good to me. Alright, so then what we need to do is just bring this one. We're going to join these two together at the end of the line. End of the line. Now straight across. That, and then these two join together. Now let's do anarchy. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do... Actually, we'll extend the blue line. One more stop to here. Oh no, you guys are so sad. There's no stop there. Boo. You're fine. It's okay. There you go. Right. Now, pink line. It's going to go all... I guess all the way down here too. Oh, it's going to go down that tunnel. That's annoying. Let's just do this. We'll put it there. So then we got to add a stop here. So the pink and the yellow will share a stop there, but that's fine. I like... You might have noticed, I do like to avoid sharing of stops. Alright, so now if we drag it down, it should stay in this tunnel. Go all the way down this way. Good. Both used... You know what? That makes no sense. Go that side. And then you go that side. There you go. I mean, it doesn't... It actually makes no difference, really. Because they both have to share the tunnel anyway. There you go. I reckon this line is going to be damn popular. Because there's a lot of industrial stuff going on over here. So there's probably going to be a lot of people commuting to the area. I wonder how many trains we'll need on it now. This is also the line that happens to go to the stadium. So, nice and busy. Here you go, guys. Enjoy. And then also, oh, we're already stopping there? Perfect. We already stopped there. Okay, so now we want to go metro lines. We're going to go blue. We've got 9 vehicles on the blue line, which actually doesn't seem like it's enough anymore. Because these are... I'm going to go up to 13. And then the pink line... Wow, the blue line's got 1,400 passengers on it. If I unpause it... Let's see. Not a lot of people at those stations. In fact, 0 people at those stations. Well, let's add some more, because we're going to probably need at least... I'll go 9, like we kind of had the other one. See how we go. Absolutely no one at any of these stations. Oh, there you go. There's 1. Yeah, you know what? I thought there'd be more people. I'll be honest. Okay, getting a few. 81 people here. So this is probably the most popular station, but that's just going across the river, so it's not really anything to be proud of. Yeah, no, you know. Oh, no, I mean, we're getting a few. We're not getting a lot. We're definitely not getting a lot of people. 24 at this one. There's a few, you know. Well, I guess it's good. It probably means we won't kill the train because no one's using the subway either. So, yeah. Wait, where did I put the subway stop here? Oh, it's there. I was like, where is it? Right there. Probably should do pathways through this area. Because this is like none. Like, this should easily connect there. Alright, anyway. So, the other thing I want to do is I want to get some oil. We need more oil. And I want to get oil drilling rigs, because we haven't even done those yet. And I want to try them out. So, let's do an oil district here, maybe. No, it's kind of... I guess I have to be over this side. We got loads of room. You know, oil like this and like paint all this area, like underneath all the water. Because then we can use this and do oil drilling. Okay, so this is going to be a industrial... Oh, hang on. Industrial district. No, wait. How do I do this? Why have I forgotten... Oh, here we go. It's like, why have I forgotten how to do... Oh, I missed a spot. Why have I forgotten how to do this? Alright, so all of this. Industrial. Like so. Strawberry land. My favorite. That sounds like a pretty good land. I would go to that land. There we go. That should be better. So. Let's have a look. If I go here, do I see? Yes, good. Now, how do we get here? That's the other thing. That's always a thing. When we do this, then we have to build a new road, and it's like a whole thing. I guess it's just going to be a road coming this way. I mean, obviously we could build a bridge here. Wow, that's that incline there is steeper than it probably should be. Whoops. Do that. We can just do an intersection bridge, even though it is like a highway road, but I'm usually not too worried about it. Just go straight across. So what I'm gonna do, I would like this to be a level bridge, mostly, and then we'll sort of work our way down on the other side. So we go straight across like that. Beautiful and industrial. We're gonna have to come down. I guess like that. Yeah, it's not too bad. And then from here, I'm gonna go this way. And then I guess also the other way, because that probably makes sense too. So come through here, like that. Okay, so what we want to do, let's just get a main building. Probably just around this area here somewhere. So let's get the oil main building. Hang on. Main building and auxiliary buildings. Oil industry main, workers barracks, maintenance building. Did we even do a maintenance building in that one? I don't know. Anyway, oil industry main. Beautiful. Then we're going to get a maintenance building. You know what? Let's build a little little road down here. We're going to go down here. This is going to be like a little village area. How about that? That'd be lovely. Let's go underneath there. That'll be good. And yeah, then we'll get all the power and all that going soon. So I'm going to go here. Really turn off anarchy so I can not overlap. So these, how many of these house? 40 workers. Okay. So that'll be a lot of people. Then we're going to get a maintenance building. So this is kind of all in the same area. Then we should probably do... Let's get a little pathway here. So, because if we've got a bunch of people living here, we should probably have some shops and all that in the area too. So those will go there. Let's get a crossing in the area. Oops. There, and probably one here. So then they can easily get through. Then let's do some commercial. So, you know, these guys can go shopping if they so please. It's probably a good idea. And then let's get some services in the area too. Like, it's like a little town, you know. Makes sense. There you go. They're all happy about that. Let's get some water up and power and all that. That's probably the next step. So we'll just go from the airport, I guess. And then we'll actually start getting oil. Because none of this does anything yet. It's just like a little town area at the moment. And so they're building there. We've got no power. We'll get power from, I guess, over here. I'll just go this way. Come through here. Not really much thought put in that. We just want power. There we go. So that will start coming to life. So they got little shops up over that way, which should be nice. Can even maybe get some background here. Like maybe this could be a little area. Oh, let's get a little park in here. You know what? We're gonna make this nice. It's like if you're living and working here, we'll make it decent. So how about that? You know, look at that. It's a decent area to be. A little shop, little shop, little shops. There you go. Maybe even some right here. Oh, that should be good. How many shops do you need? Not more than that. Right, let's also get some other services. Let's get police. And let's get a death care, you know, because it's a dangerous work site. It's hazardous. You don't know what's going to happen here. I can't place that anywhere because of how steep it is. So that'll go there. We'll get a clinic as well. Probably makes sense. Maybe over here. And then that's pretty much... We don't have any police, do we? No, I didn't do that yet. We're also not really making much money anymore, but also whatever. Alright, so that's going to go there. So we got a whole like little community over here now. Look at this. This bridge should probably be a lot faster than I assume it is. Well, I don't know why that's not going away, but it's annoying me. Let's go 70 on this bridge. Because I think, what is this? 80. That road's 80, this is 70. That's fine. There you go. That's a good industrial bridge. I mean, it's by the runway, but I think it's probably far... actually, it's pretty close, isn't it? Well, it's City Skylines, so who cares? It's City Skylines, it doesn't really matter. Right, so we've got all those buildings. Let's go for extractors. So we're going to do the offshore drilling rig. This will get how much? Production rate, 11,200 units a week. So it gets the most, basically. So let's go... I was going to say... Well, okay, that's right by the land. That's such a weird place for that. Hang on. I didn't realize there was land right there, because if it was... if I realized that, I wouldn't have done it right there. Now, of course, this is a river, so... Can they be closer? Why is it going so far away? Like, this is not an ocean. You gotta keep that in mind, like... This is just a river. Like, what are you building it so far away for? Can you rotate as well, please? Wait, did that just go inland? Whatever. Oh, that's on... What? Hang on. Oh. Okay, well, no. First of all, like, why are these like right next to the land? That's annoying. How many workers do these need, by the way? 90 workers. Okay, so that's good, because we're going to have a lot of workers here. So we're going to have, what, 80, 160 workers. These take 90 each. So it's going to be 180 workers just with 3 of them. So it's a lot of people. That offshore oil rig is going to be right by the runway as well. What an inconvenient way to get to that. You have to go around this thing in the middle. We could also do some stuff here. Right, well, let's connect these up. Okay, this is not ideal. Let's move this. Hang on. Let's build a road first, and then we'll figure it out. So this is going to go here. Like that. This can move off of that road and go onto this road instead, and then we'll sort of figure out the rest from there. So that can come down, remove that bit. Come straight along underneath, because then this can continue to here. Look at that. Beautiful. Come along. Where does that... Can't tell where that intersects. Just go there and then rebuild this road into that one. There. Yeah, get rid of that. There we go. So those go there, so that connects that one up. And then probably connect that to the end of this road here. Like that. There we go. So I'll go there, connect up that way. That'll be good. Then we just need water. And then it also needs power. So we could just do large oil drilling rig. Should we just get one of these as well? They're not that big though, are they? Large oil pump. So how much does this do? 8,000 units, 6,400 units, 9,600 units, and then 11,200. So yeah, this it does quite a lot. Well, let's do a small road here, and then we'll get a few in the middle. Just a couple, maybe. Like that. And then we can get some other buildings going. Oh, actually, let's also get this one up and running as well. So this one is going to go here and along. And then if we get, I guess we just go down like this and then sort of do the same sort of thing, join that up. And then have this like that, and then I'll join that road. Yeah, you know, I like some nice intersections. That's the correct angles. There we go. Get that bit. We don't need that bit. So it's going to be like that. Okay. I'm going to guess we need more workers in this area because we are going to have more people, more jobs here than we can fulfill. Also, it looks like we're having people die in the city, so that's good. Not really. We also have a lot of residential demand, so I imagine these don't count as residential demand, but you know what? Tough luck. You're gonna live here. You're gonna love it. A couple more of them there. Maybe some over here. There's a lot of, there you go, there's a lot of housing here. A lot of housing. Let's get some residential here as well. Not residential, commercial. What am I talking about? Okay, so then we don't have any processing buildings here. We need those. So we got this one here. This will make plastics. So how much does this take? See, this is where it gets confusing because it's like, it takes, so it produces 8,000 units, but how many units does it take to produce those units? You know what I mean? Like, how much input does it require? Like, how much do we take in and then export out? Waste oil refinery. So what does this do? This does petroleum. That is, okay, so these are the two larger ones of them. So we'll get these over here. Again, like, do I want I don't know how many to do. Like, that's the thing. I don't know how many is a reasonable amount of these buildings. Like, I don't know what the balance is. So, I mean, we should be producing a lot, right? So let's get some storage through the area as well, because we don't have that. So I'm going to get this road here. And then a road through the... No, actually, let's get a bigger road through the middle. You know, this probably should be a bigger road too. I don't know why I did a smaller road there. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to get storage buildings. So we're going to store... What does this do? 2 dome shelters storing oil, industry, raw materials. I guess, can I just do either? Capacity 40,000, 50,000. Okay. Doesn't actually fit there. Cannot build on water. Okay, well, we should be able to fit one over here. So we get one there. Apparently these can fit here even with... Hang on, what? Return anarchy. Oh, wait, do I have no collision off? Yeah, whoops. Should probably turn that back on. That probably explains a lot. That probably explains a lot of stuff that happened. Probably explains why those oil rigs placed weirdly, but whatever. I just don't want to place it in the middle weirdly. I guess we can probably just put one here, whatever. Okay, so... It's receiving quite a lot. You know what? This probably should just connect through to the other side as well. Because there's a lot of trucks just going through the one area. So I'm going to go 90 degrees. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so that's going to go there. So they can just drive straight through. Okay, and then this will fill up as well. So that's oil. So these both take oil though, right? So then we're not storing plastics or petroleum. So they have to be moved somewhere else, I guess. I don't know. That's what we've got. Oh, we just ranked up. Level 2. So these guys are producing stuff, I guess. How many? We don't have enough workers in the area for one. 20 out of 40, 18. Yeah, we just need more residential for sure, I reckon. Yeah, that's a good industrial area. And I think we need to expand our forestry as well. It's only level 3. We need to expand that operation because we definitely need more of that. Oh, you know what? Let's get some garbage out here because that's something that we keep running out of. Looks like we got plenty of room for garbage burning, so... I mean safe disposal of garbage. That's what I meant, obviously. There we go. Get those there. So look, we're in the orange now. We're nearly back to normal. Can we chuck one of these somewhere else? We just need more capacity. I don't want to do it in the farming areas because they're always quite nice. Over here. Yeah, here we go. Put one there as well. We're getting there. Maybe one by the nuclear power plant for some reason. There you go. Sure, enjoy. Hey, we're in the green a little bit. All right, I'm gonna leave this part here. If you guys know a good balance for like the buildings, like I just don't know how many we need. Like how many units do we need for plastics for the factory, and how many factories should we have? Well, I guess plants should we have, and how many? Like I don't know what the numbers are. What? Tell me the numbers. Also, this is so stupid. This is so stupid that it's on the other side of that. I mean, look, it'd make a lot more sense if it was in the ocean, like literally like offshore. But you know, this is the space we got to work with. I guess I could remove these things in the middle if we wanted to, but whatever. Yeah. All right. Leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and have an awesome day.